Initial throttle response and mid-range is excellent in Dominar 250, but it lags at higher RPM and top end. Let's find out more what differentiates Dominar 250 from Dominar 400. Welcome to RAV Vlogs. Dominar 250 and Dominar 400. These two bikes looks very similar, but they are completely different in various aspects. Let me give an overview of the key specifications of Dominar 250 and we'll move on to the key differences between Dominar 250 and Dominar 400. Dominar 250 generates a power of maximum 27 bhp and torque of 23.5 Nm. The weight of the bike is 180 kilograms. Now let me throw some light on the key differences between Dominar 400 and Dominar 250. The front fork of Dominar 400 is 43 mm, but it has reduced to 37 mm in Dominar 250. The alloy wheels of Dominar 400 comes with a silver element, but in Dominar 250 it's just a black alloy wheels. The rear tire, it is 150 section in 400 and 130 section in Dominar 250. This makes the bike look bit slimmer from the rear section. The front tire of Dominar 400 is 110 section, but this is reduced to 100 section in Dominar 250. The front disc is 320 mm in Dominar 400, but it is 300 mm in Dominar 250. The meter console is a basic one with one odometer, two trip meters, time, tachometer and fuel level indicator. But the gear position indicator is missing. While seated on Dominar 250, it feels same as Dominar 400. Even though the height of the bike is on the lower side, because of the wide seat, it feels like a taller bike. The first impression while riding is the initial power when you open the throttle, which is really impressive. The engine is same as of KTM 250 bikes, but here it is well refined and well tuned. The mid-range performance is excellent, but I felt a slight lag at the higher RPM and at top ends. This is mainly because of the weight of the bike, which is 180 kilograms. And this is the heaviest bike in this segment. This has got its advantage as well. In higher speed it is very stable, and when you compare it with other 250cc bikes, this bike has got a better stability at higher speeds, even at 120 and 130 km speed. When you are constantly driving at 120 km speed per hour, or when you cross 130, I felt there is a slight wobbling at the rear end. This could be because of the narrow tire or could be the wind blast. The disadvantage of the weight I felt when I was driving less than 20 km speed per hour, and mainly in city traffic conditions. So if your majority of the ride is gonna be in city traffic conditions or less than say 20 or 30 km speed per hour for constant duration, you will find some sort of uneasiness. But if you cross 30 kilometers, you will never feel the weight of the bike. The engine and the power is manageable. This makes Dominar 250 a beginner friendly bike. The braking is really good, and if you use engine braking in parallel, you can stop this bike at any given speed. The clutch is really light and the gear shifting is effortless. And this is something which differentiates Dominar 250 from KTM bikes, even though they share the same engine. The heat dissipation and heat management is managed very effectively in Dominar 250. There is no heating issue at all, even if you drive this bike constantly for an hour or two. The suspension is very soft, and this gives a very comfortable ride on bad roads. Because of the suspension being very soft, you may find it less confident while doing cornering. If you are looking for a best touring bike in 250cc segment, this can be a best deal. But if you are looking for a touring plus off-roading bike, this may not be a good deal. In that case, Dominar 400 can be a right choice. If you find this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified on new videos. Thank you for watching.